Afternoon, churchgoers. Today's main idea is Kaiju Paradise. Kaiju Paradise is like a combat game, but with people who play vibe games. The game has made me paranoid of letting Furies be scientists, as they might make my empty ginger ale can a furry. To understand where Kaiju Paradise really came from, we got to go back. It's 2018. A dude named Dragon Snow makes a game called Changed. It is a game about becoming a Fury, and that's pretty much about it. Other than it being one of the worst pieces of media ever created, he got many chumps to buy his $6 amalgamation. But then, 2 years later, a man named Fiddlepet created a game called Transformation, where it was the exact same premise, but in 3D. And you could use an auto-clicker to make anorexic teenagers eat again. But the game didn't last long, as he took the game down maybe 2-ish months later. Then, Fiddlepet decided to make another game with the same premise. This time it had a flamethrower and was a paid game. He later then took that one down, and stopped working on furry games since. Flash forward to February 28th, 2021. Kaiju Paradise is made, and so far is pretty much the most successful game, having at least 3,000 to 4,000 players a day on average. Now, the game's main premise, other than transformation, is combat. Yet the combat is terrible. Combat warriors, I might add. But it is not all bad. I mean, you have daily rewards.
Oi, you! Shut your mouth and look at my wand!
Epic skins and loot boxes.
If you drop a like in the next 5 seconds, this will happen. If you don't, this will happen. So leave a like right now. I'm doing a subscriber hack on screen where I'm giving away free skins, emotes, battle pass, and more. As well, I'm giving away free V-Bucks to those who tells me how many V-Bucks to in this video.
Kaiju Universe and today Kaiju Paradise actually, and today I'm gonna show all the new secret code that are in these games. So guys, subscribe.
I want to give you some
And multitude of weapons you can use.
Outside agitators specifically to stir up trouble. In fact, the New York Police Department says it has evidence that anarchist groups were pushing the protest toward violence and vandalism,
as well as being a glorified kink game.
Shouldn't be on Roblox. Like, listen to the... Like, just watch. Just look. Okay, see? Now that is a fetish.
These games are inherently fetish games.
Now the main problem isn't the game itself. It's the community. Most Kaiju Paradise fans are very young, and therefore end up posting slop. Or, you're a man-child doing the same thing.
You're just a useless Gutrastian that came from an unwise human. So what's the point for you living anyways?
But the game's fandom doesn't really differ when it comes to comparing it to other fandoms. It has the basics of any other weird, niche fandom full of slags. people of LGBT descent, animation memes, annoying small-time YouTubers. 34. But that is all I have to rant about. My opinion is the correct opinion. Anyway, thanks for the view. See ya. Oh yeah, before I go, I would just like to say that grooming and pedophilia part I put in my title, yeah, that was just made so you would click on the video. Anyways, again, thanks for the view.